The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you get the Dow down $1.27. Nasdaq's off 27. S&Ps are down 13.5. S&P's taking a little beating here. You get the gold contract up 890. That is going after a B point of an ABC structure on the way up. And the way these equities are acting, folks, it looks like it's going to be a confirmed ABC up. They're coming in with some sweet volume as they're going after that B point. This being Fed minute day release of minutes of the July 27th meeting at 2 o'clock is going to add, no doubt, some firepower and volatility all over the markets. S&Ps, bonds, and the gold market are big time. You have silver up 40 cents at 15.19. They whacked silver on the way down yesterday. That's coming right back on the other side. And the SLV, actually, we'll go through that. The SLV was kind of dictating that. Bonds, the 10 years down 4 at 127.10, 30s off 9 at 157.14. The way those are laid out, it looks like the Fed is not going to go up in September, that quarter point. King dollar's off 50, trading at 97. Now, if we look at the indices, we look at the weakness inside the indices versus the strength. This is what you have. Dow Industrials, there's only two stocks that are positive in the Dow right now. You have Home Depot up 60 cents. That blew topside yesterday big time. McDonald's up 20. The leader on the way down is 3M. 3M is down $1.23 at 146. You get United Health down $1.87 at 123. You got Chevron down $1.15. Oil's not ready yet. Oil's going lower. Procter & Gamble is down at 94 cents. Inside the NDX 100, what do you have? The strength versus the weakness. The strength is Advanced Analog Devices, rather. That's up 277. SWKS is up $1.37. Linear Tech is up 60 cents, and Biogen is up 413. Taken away from it on the way down, you get Electronic Arts down 135. Seagate Technologies is off 77, and Mylan Pharmaceutical is down 76 cents. Now let's go over. Let's get this chart up right here. We're going to might as well go right to the gold market. Let's go to that gold market first and see what we got. Where is that little chart of mine? Okay, I got to use this chart. Okay, so we turn around, we put this gold contract up. This is what you have happening. Now, we're at 1125.80. The B point is we need 194,000 contracts. Now, that was 1125.70. We hit 1126.30. But when you're doing an ABC structure on the way up or the way down, folks, what you want to do is that you want to make it the hardest to do. And so specifically what I mean is this. The high price point of the B was on the 13th of August. That was 1126.30. That had 129,000 contracts. We're going to do that easy. But prior to that, the day prior to that, where you had 1125.50, you had 194,000 contracts. So I want to see over 194,000 contracts. If you get that, guess what? We're going to have a little ABC structure on the way up. You get the 1079 is your A point. The 1126 is your B, so you're talking $27. Your C is the 1108, 2730. Yeah, it's 35. So that'll get you up and over. It's 1135. The A to B equals C to D. You go to take a look at the GLD. You're going to see the same type of setup in the GLD. The GLD, that little baby right now, has done 1.9 million shares. You need 10 million. 107.91. You're already over the deal. That looks like it's going to do 10 million pretty easy. One of the equities that is pressing on it right now is an Eagle. An Eagle looks like it's not only going to do it, it's going to blow it away. The B point on an Eagle is 25.97. 5.3 million shares. We've already done 1.1. And it's a nice ABC. Now, what this also sets up is this. Like with a Nico Eagle, you're setting up, the low was 21. You're setting up a run up to 34 bucks. So you're talking about a substantial run inside that arena. What's going to be intriguing, of course, is that, you know, as I said yesterday when I was doing the gold report, I never had seen this many potential ABC structures on the way up for about 7, 8, 9 years. And they're going to be going, and we're going to know soon enough as they're going after them. If we go to the SLV, if you want to see the deviance inside the silver market, that really, that is about as good as you can get. Because the SLV yesterday came down on 7.6 million. You were going against 9.8, but still come down with volume. Bottom line is it's going right back into the higher range out here today. So we'll see whether it can get into it, take it over, and where it wants to go at that particular point. We take a look at the volume characteristics with 40 minutes into the market. You got 126 million on the NYSE, and when you're dealing with the NASDAQ, you got 306 million. What you did have out here across the board yesterday was that you had a failure on price and volume. There's zero buyers, folks. That's the bottom line. I mean, there are just no buyers when this thing goes higher. You know, now we'll see as we come into these lower prices just what kind of sellers that we do have. The Dow Industrials itself has been screaming for quite a while that it wants lower price. The further and further away we get away from that death cross, which that little baby had crossed over a week ago. And the death cross, of course, is the 50 going under the 200. That's a big number, and we're not even close to it now. I believe what we're going to see is that the S&Ps today probably will actually go under their 50, I think. Yeah, there is. The cash S&P is going under its 50 today. Let me see where the 200 is. Oh, that's even funnier. So check this out. Oh, this is going to be intense. So the 200, we're right at it. This is wild. On the cash, the 200 is 2077.96. We've hit 2078.79. That's going to be a heads up, folks. That's going to let's put it this way. That's going to be a heads up for many of the machines that are operating in the market right now, and you know many of the large funds. I mean, they basically buy or sell 200s, 50s. That's what they do, and you know it's a problem when they go underneath them. It normally could turn into a problem later in the day. Most of the time, it's going to turn into a problem the following day. That's how these things shake out. We take a look at some of the high volume stocks in this market right now. You get Apple's down $1.37. You got Cisco down 87. Bank of America's off 22. Exxon's down 180. Look at that. We got to go to Exxon for a second. Man, that's a trip. So see the XLE. We were talking about this yesterday, man. The XLE. Okay, so Exxon is down 96 cents, going after its low. Chevron is down. That's breaking into new lows. Chevron's down $1.30 at 82.15. And, man, this is a problem for Chevron. Interesting. So Chevron already is into the bar from the 08 levels. The high of that was 83, the low is 55. This thing can go a lot lower. That's the bottom line. So let's go back over to that oil contract, CLV5. We take a look at this oil contract, and bottom line, let me put a continuous contract. There's no buyers. There's zero buyers. What I thought was intriguing this morning on CNBC, they had one of the bankers in the Dallas oil patch on, and one of his answers were just amazing. And they were asking about, you know, the bankruptcies that are here, the bankruptcies that are coming, and, you know, how he felt that, you know, his bank was, you know, and the bottom line, he says, oh, you know, we have a relationship business. Bottom line, folks, okay, you can have the best relationship business in the world, and when oil goes from $100 to 40 bucks, guess what? Those relationships blow apart. Let's go to Larry in Texas. Hey, Larry, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
No, well, it looks like we're going to get some rain. We haven't had rain in about a month, so.
Oh, man, that's good. That's real good.
Good. Speaking of gold, would you take a look at IAU?
Let's take a look at it. You got IAU. So IAU is the gold trust. The fund shares represent beneficial interest in net assets of the fund. Let me just see this thing. Okay, so this is just a different spot gold deal. Okay, so what are you looking to do here?
Well, I'm in it right now, and I'm looking to add to my position. Should I wait? Okay, what's a good entry point?
Okay, so watch the differences here. This is interesting. You know, so why do you trade this versus the GLD? I'm just curious.
Funds.
Huh?
Funds. Okay.
Funds, okay. But just so you understand, okay, so what, I understand what you're saying. So what he's saying, folks, is that this is a $10.87 stock, and the GLD is a $107.83. When you say it's funds, what happens is that you still, percentage-wise, you can buy less shares and you're doing the same deal. The only reason I'm asking is this, is that when I look at the IAU, right, and, you know, the volume is good. I mean, it's smaller than the GLD. Anyway, it looks to me like this today, now this is what's intriguing, this doesn't look like it's going to break its B point of an ABC structure up on the way up. We've only done 300,000 shares versus 4 million, where the GLD is doing it, but yet it's still predicated on the spot price of gold. So here, just stay with me a second, Larry, all right? Awesome, man. Dow's down $1.44, Nasdaq's off 30, S&Ps are off 14.5. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with Larry from Texas. We're talking about the gold market right now. And so if we take a look at so what you have, Larry, is that on an ABC structure on the way up, the way that I most of the times I don't like it, buying it when it's busting the B point. So, but what you do, that being said, what you do is this. You take the A point. So the A point on IAU is 1046. Your B point is 88, okay? So we got, 42 cents. Your C point is 72, which gives you, 1122. So from where we are right now, you get, 33 cents. If you buy it now, that means you're going to put a stop at 1079. That would be a 1 to 3 correlation. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's great. Thank you, Tom. You have a great day.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. And what does happen on some of the equities, folks, it's going to get interesting here on some of the equities because watch, if we do AEM, if you're not in some of these right now, the way you do that is that you look at the bottom of AEM. AEM is a much larger one. It's 2107 is your A point. Your B's 2597. So what did I say? 21. So it's 4. Yeah, it's 490. And your C is 2347. What did I say? 490, right? So we get 73. You get 2837. So you get 2837. So we're at 2590. So if you're day trading this, bottom line is that you can buy it here and just put a stop 50 cents underneath it. Because the way this is working right now, even on a day trading basis, this is pushing with volume. It's a good little scene here. The 3 pushes up at the very beginning of the market. First push up, we had 277,000 shares. Second one, 297, which is the high. Third one, 279. And the fourth one, this is the most important one, on the back down, we back down at lighter volume of 210. That's what you're looking for. Now, that's saying to me that guess what? You're going to keep moving higher. And when you do an ABC structure on the way up or the way down, what happens is that you're at the top of the B point. In this case, it's 297. I mean, it's 97, 25.97. You'll stay there, stay there, stay there, push, push, push. Boom! Then it gets away from it. Once it gets away from it, you're going to get a really a good little move. The reason being, folks, okay, there's plenty of people that are short, gold stocks that are short, gold in general, all of the above. What's going to be intriguing out here, of course, is that inside the minutes this afternoon, the real key is going to be if they're going up in September, the July meeting more than likely would have some decent information that they're pushing that way. So the option market, this is what's really intriguing. If you've ever listened to the TD Ameritrade Kevin Hinks, the option market, folks, it's amazing how efficient it is when traders on both sides of the market for expected moves. Now, the expected move, you don't they don't say which way the move's going to go, but the velocity of the move is accurate, quite a bit. Inside the rates as to whether the Fed's going to move or not, right now, you're going to crack up. We are exactly at 50%, okay? So it's like, it is a toss-up. We were at 54% 2 weeks ago inside the option market. It's at 50 this morning. So bottom line, it is a toss-up whether and this is based on the Fed funds rate, okay? Because what we all should understand also is this, is that the rate that they're talking about going up is the rate bank to bank from the it's from the Federal Reserve to the banks. That is not a rate that is going to affect us. What does affect us and will affect us is the fact of the perception of what ends up happening as rates go up. Because as rates, what the Fed's worried about, the Fed has told us a million times that, listen, we're only going to go up once. We're going to, but of course no one's going to believe the Fed. Can't blame them either. Bottom line is that what will end up happening, what many bond people think will end up happening, is that as soon as that gets done, people will start scrambling ASAP, and we'll see rates go up a percent and a half very, very quickly. If you were around in 1994, it was amazing. It was like insanity, folks, okay? There was more money lost in the bond market in 7 months that probably had been lost in years. Oh, PBS. If you hunt PBS, we come back. There's a frontline story on the financial mutual fund business. Amazing story, folks. You stay right there. We'll come right back. We'll talk about it.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry, powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. You get the Dow down $144, Nasdaq's off 29, S&Ps are down 15. And so I was talking about, so last night on PBS, folks, there's a Frontline, I guess that's a series. And you want to check this out. It's an hour program. And what it's about is the amount of control, number one, that mutual funds have, and how 401ks started, and how the mutual fund industry got their arms wrapped around it, and that's where their gravy train is. The amazing thing of, even mathematically, knowing how compounding works, when you actually look at it, it absolutely blows your mind. And one part of it went like this, okay? And, you have these folks, unfortunately, a lot of people, I think one of the weirdest things from being in this business and being in this business a long time, I still don't quite understand how people, they work like crazy, and then they hand over their money, and these are all smart people, but they do it continually. And I know why, okay? Because the financial industry is the biggest propaganda deal in the world. And it always has been, too, by the way, okay? When you look back at history, whether it's Jesse Livermore, the 1930s, it's always been there. It's very powerful. The key, inside the show, it goes like this. So they show how the mutual fund industry wrapped their arms around the 401k deal. Then they show that the amount of money that comes out in fees versus what ends up happening to the person. And bottom line, and this is the number, this is a sick number too. So let's say someone starts out at 30 years old, and 20 years old goes to 50, goes to 60 years old. The bottom line is that the fees take 66% of your income. And it's like, you got to be kidding me. So check it out. If you made $100,000, guess what? You're going to be left with $30,000. That's the math behind the deal. Now, when they were going through this, they were asking, this was the amazing part. They were asking J.P. Morgan Chase, a vice president there, well, do you think that you should just do index funds versus, managed money? He says, no, I think managed index funds are better. Of course he's going to say that. One of the wildest things they said, though, was the head of Prudential, and she was just flat out lying, or unfortunately really just didn't have a clue about how the business works. They asked her, all these studies are done, that if you just index, you're going to make more money than inside the managed index. She says, well, I've never seen one of those studies. Never seen one. Now, what they didn't have in there, this is what was really a trip to me, because, you know, inside these products, what they were talking about the aspect that these products are, you know, 1.5%, 2% per year. What they didn't talk about is that what these funds do, okay, which is a total mind blower, is that inside some of these funds, you'll have a fund, and then they take that fund and they put it in another fund, okay? So they didn't even compound that aspect of it out. Great program, though. See it. And always remember, too, this is something with your 401ks, with all this. You can do a self-directed IRA, folks, okay? A self-directed IRA, a true self-directed IRA, is so simple to do, it's sick. You get a trustee, you pay $300 to open it, you're going to pay $50 a year, and guess what? You can do whatever you want. You don't have to be in the stock market. You can be in the stock market if you want. You can buy an index fund, leave it there forever. That's it. You can buy real estate. You can buy a business. There's so many different things that you can do that you actually probably understand more than laying out bread on a continual basis to someone else. But check it out. So it's the front line. I believe, you know, one of the Tigers is saying Schwab no fees. Well, I believe that when I see it. I understand that's what they advertise, but you know, hey, if it's no fees, I want to know about it. I wasn't. If that's what it is, they should have brought that up on the case. But I'm sure that. Well, I'm not sure. I don't know that. 877-927-6648. Overseas, what do we have overseas? But this is going to be a nasty day out here. It's going to be really wild watching this shakeout. So we have the DAX down 1.5%. We're only, our Dow is only down 0.8%. The Nasdaq's off 0.6. The S&Ps are down 0.4. Last night in Hong Kong, bottom line, the HSI, Hang Seng, is going after its lows. HSI. So we bring this up. What are you going to see here? Put this on the low. So the Hang Seng has just gone from 28,000 to 23,000. The low established out there was on July 8th, 22,836. Bottom line, we're going right after those lows. And we had the expansion of volume last night. It looks like they're going to break them, actually. We're right next to them. You break those lows, and you're going to have a monster ABC down. Let me see what this shakes out to be. Yeah, you break this low, and it's going to be big problems, because this is a 27,400. So it's a 4,500 A to B, which would get you 21,000. That would be a big number. 21,000 coming at you. We go take a look at the Dow. You know, our Dow Industrials, folks, is really so weak. It's pretty amazing, man. It's just eating right into this this whole bar where it came back from. They're just sucking it down, sucking it in, left and right. I mean, just about as intense as you can get. And what has happened, the amount of information that the market has given us in the last week and a half is huge. And what that is this, is that as it tries to get to highs, the volume contracted so dramatically, okay, that it's just glaring. I mean, it's glaring, so it's just unbelievable. And as we go down, you get the expansion. You get the expansion with volume once again. Those oil inventories come out. Oil's going low. Oil's going to crack. Oil's going to hurt a lot of people, man. You know, I got a delayed quote right here. We got it down 94 cents right now at 42.18, but I suspect it's actually probably lower than that. If I go take a look at the USO and see, yeah, that's breaking to new lows. And the inventory, so they had to build again. That's the bottom line. It's heavy. The oil market, unfortunately, is going south. That's going to be good for you and I, but the amount of jobs being lost in this is pretty dramatic in a huge way. You got, where is gasoline? Let's see. Crude, there she is. So right now we're at 144. No, this is pretty neat. So check this out, man. This is good. This is an ABC down. So you got 74 to 44. We're going to $1.26. Check this out, $1.26 on unleaded gas. And we're at $1.44 right now. That is going to, no doubt, put a lot of bread in a lot of our pockets. You know. Some of the Dow stocks, we take a look at some of the Dow stocks out here. I suspect at this point nothing is positive. Big Mac is up 16 cents. That's it. You got Marbell is down 21 cents. You got Caterpillar off $1.37. Exxon's down 129. Oxy's off 74. And IBM is down 136. You almost get, you know, what's happening here is IBM is going to go after this lowest swing point. What's happening here is that you have literally just about a perfect storm coming in this market. That's what's going on. ExxonMobil's going after its swing point, and guess what? It's going to be an ABC structure on the way down. Oh, this will be intense if this is doing another ABC down, because your A point on Exxon is 83, your B is 76. 83 what? 83.32, 76. So you get $7. That'll give you 72 on ExxonMobil. CVX, we take a look at CVX. That's an ABC down. It's already breaking it. That's A point is 93.81. Man, this is an 11-pointer. That brings you to 66. No, can't be. 76. 76. 76. So what that means is that the oil market and the oil equities folks are going into, and they want to go trade at the lows of 2008. And those lows are insane, okay? Save your money, because guess what? Nothing goes down forever and nothing goes up forever. They're going to go into them. They're going into them right now. And they're going in with a lot lighter volume. But guess what? It's going to happen. They're going to go in, man. This is intense. Exxon's at 76. The top of that is 81. The bottom's 51. 56, rather. We're going into those levels, man. This is going to be fast, furious, all of the above. I mean, big time, too. You can just, there's just too many of them that are going down into that area. And what you will see is that as you accelerate into the lower price, what tends to happen is that the flush goes much, much faster. If we go back over to the gold contract again, and people are just, this is going to blow people's minds, I'm telling you, man. What they can't understand is why gold wants to go higher. My take on this goes like this. So picture, 5,000 years, gold is just value, okay? It doesn't have to beat what's going on, but it's true value. So what's going on in the world is this. Once the Chinese currency, they devalued. Our dollar didn't go up, okay? And you can make the fundamental argument that, hey, that should have went up. Well, I understand the argument, but it didn't. My take on that goes like this. The only real thing out there, because money's perception, so the only real thing out there that will stay steady, that the politicians can't rip you off on, is gold. It doesn't mean you make money on gold. It means that you don't lose money. Well, as currencies devalue, everyone loses money. Well, guess what? As everyone loses money, what does people figure out? People figure out, oh my God, I gotta own some gold. Or everything else goes down and gold just has to go up slightly, then it will look like it goes up dramatically. These little babies, I think we got a ride here. It's going to be interesting, man. I don't see Armageddon, but I definitely see a ride and quite a ride, because if you've dealt with ABC structures before, folks, what happens is this: when these ABCs start hitting, man, they hit everywhere, and you know they'll go month and a half, 2 months, they pull back again, they do it. The market acted correctly on the way down, meaning we've tested the lows a million times, had lighter volume, done all the above, and now guess what? You're going south, you're going north rather, and you're going north with juice behind it. This being Fed Day is going to be really a mind blower, because the correlation at 2 p.m. when they release the minutes, you know, it's not like they're meeting right now. It's like this has already happened July 27th. The Fed minutes get released. If they were meeting right now, and by the time 2 o'clock came, we're down a couple $100, it would be like, oh man, are they going to change their mind? Because watch this. If I bring up the S&Ps for a second, you know, we're down $20 on the S&Ps, man. That's an intense deal. Now, what we just did, we just broke out the bottom. So I can make the case right now that these S&Ps, 75, oh man, I can make the case that the S&Ps can go to 2050 today. Yeah, today. Why? Because we just broke out the whole bottom of 2074.75. The longer you stay underneath that, the higher probability is that you're going to blow down to 2025. And if we do that, that 2025, that is a heavy number. I don't think the S&Ps haven't been down $40 in a long time. And the 2025 brings you into almost the lows that were established out here on the 12th of August. And that's where the market had come all the way back. But that's the way this market is set up right now, man. You have the juice, you have the expansion of price, you have all of the above, and now let's now go over to the bond market. Look at the bond market. The bond market is insane. The bond market has been giving out the best information on the most consistent basis for so long. It's just a mind blower, man. You got to watch these bonds, man. You know, and you got to stop thinking with your head. You got to think mathematically, because each and every time this thing pulls back, it pulls back with light volume, rejects lower price, and it just did it. It just did it again. We hit 156.30. It said, "See ya, don't want to be ya." We're at 157.27. We've only done 122,000 contracts. This actually is probably another monster ABC up that's going to take you at the highs. You start putting that together, guess what? Lower prices coming at us on the Dow, NASDAQ, S&P, higher prices in gold, higher prices in bonds, lower yield, lower dollar. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. You get the Dow up $1.94, Nasdaq's up 47, S&P's are down 22. And don't forget, folks, we start programming at TFNN 8 o'clock in the morning to 6 in the afternoon. You can get all that programming right on your cell phone, TFNN.mobi. Coming up next, we're going to have our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. He's going to be growling and prowling with you. And then, of course, we got Steve White. Steve Rhodes, sorry, man. Steve Rhodes, Darryl Martin, Dave White, and we'll be back here this afternoon. We're already down 200. As I said a little bit earlier, that S&P's at 2071. Guess what? Your target price is 2050, man. You know, bottom line, that will blow some minds if, in fact, that's where you run down to today, because the longer you stay under 2074, the higher probability is that that'll go to the 50. And that goes to 50, you're going to be seeing the Dow down almost 380 points. So that is a monster number on the way down. There's no doubt about that. And what you do have is that the oil market, of course, the inventories come out. That oil is breaking into new lows. Oil looks like it's going to go right after the lows of 2008. If we pull this up, you're going to see the continuous contract right now is at $41.45. And bottom line is that I'd get this volume later. If this is ever breaking it with volume, the low is 32.40. It's game. That's the game is on there, man. That's the bottom line. It can't be an ABC down, because that would bring oil to $2. It's not an ABC down, but bottom line is that that's going into that will absolutely blow minds. That will blow my mind, which takes quite a bit. But bottom line, that's where it wants to go to. And what I would do, I would be lining that up with the aspect of where Exxon is, Chevron is, as to where the 2008 lows are, because they're going after that number too. But to me, there'll be buys down at that levels, because we're going down there with dramatically lighter volume, and they're going to get hurt. There's no doubt about that. You know, fast decline in price like that is going to just kill them. There's no two ways about that. But the bottom line is that they're not going out of business. The 10-year, the 30-year, they're basically going higher, fast, furious, all of the above. The 10-year just went from a negative 16 ticks to a positive 2 ticks. More than likely, these are ABC structures on the way up. And these are monster ABCs, by the way, okay? If this is an ABC up, your A point on the 10-year is 125.10. Your B is 128, so you got $3, which will get you to 130.40, which brings you over the highs of June of 2015. The 30-year probably is going not just to the highs, too. The 30-year. So the 30-year setup, your A, man, this is sick. It'd be sick if it's the whole thing. It could be the whole thing. It could be 148 to 160, $12, which would be a mind blower because that would bring you to 68. That'd make sense, though. The high thus far in the 30-year is 165.07. The way this is set up, this very well could be an ABC structure up to 168. Big numbers right across the board. Just go over the gold contract quickly before our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, comes up. We've done 94,000 contracts. I'm looking for about 190,000. It's going to be tough for that to get that. I don't think it's going to get it. It has enough time left in the day, but you got to remember that the contract value that we're talking about, most of the contracts come in before 130. You know, it's a good expansion. I think the contract might have a tough time getting it. You stay right there, folks. The man, Mr. Basil Chapman's going to be coming up next, growling and prowling with you. Dow right now is down $1.94. Nasdaq's off 49. S&Ps are off 21. Stay right there, folks. Basil's coming right up. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Look forward to speaking it right back here this afternoon, 3 o'clock.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.